you want to change where you're at in life, educate yourself. The more you know, the more you can give to others. In a world where information is at your fingertips, you have no excuse as to why you can't change your situation. Jeremy McRiven. So I started my career as a leasing agent in an apartment community 9 years ago. From there, I worked in the training department. I worked my way up to property management. Once I got there, I felt like I had made it to the top and there was no more growth that I could do. So I decided to look elsewhere. That's where I found commercial real estate. And before I got hired with the job, I wanted to look in their history, look into their morals and their values to see if their company fits my morals and values. So this is a presentation on Spire, the company I currently work for, and I wanted to give you some information on how they started. So Spire's history. Mr. and Mrs. Smith started Spire, and they started it by being on a TV show in the 1960s called Dream House. They started playing this game on this TV show, and they won $20,000 in cash. From there, they turned that cash into investment and started investing in real estate. They started with smaller items such as parking lots and retail, and later moved to commercial buildings. But we'll talk a little bit more about growth later on. But the history of Spire started with Mr. and Mrs. Smith, as I said, but then Mrs. Smith unfortunately passed away, and Mr. Smith had to take it all on his own. That's when he decided to ask his son Caleb Smith to join the team. Caleb Smith joined and soon hired John Ruff in 2000 with him. He found his calling when he took over his first property, which is Bryant Tower, in 1999. Bryant Tower is located in Dallas, Texas. So now that you know a little bit of history on Spire, I want to tell you about the charities that they do. So Caleb is very big on music and arts, and he started the Children and the Foundation. This charity has 80 to 100 children participation. They start by drawing on the sidewalks of downtown Dallas of their first building, Bryant Tower. They draw on the parking lots, the parking pavements, also the curb all of Dallas downtown, and they just represent art. They also provide school supplies for them, and they give them free tickets to go see different events, music events, art galleries, and stuff like that. So that's very important to him. So now that we've talked about charities, we're gonna dive in a little bit about their growth. So like I said, they started in Dallas, they worked their way to Fort Worth, to Austin, and now they are in San Antonio. They have 2 buildings right now in San Antonio. They have Center Plaza, that's located off of 410, and that one they purchased in December of 2018. From there, they got Lock Hill Crossing, purchased in June of 2018, and Lock Hill Crossing right now is 100% occupied. It's a really great investment. They've done a lot of renovations to all the buildings that they've taken over, and they're really making a name for themselves in San Antonio. So now that I have shown you a little bit of history on Spire, which is the next generation of real estate, I want you to consider this the next time you're looking for a company to apply for, that you look at their values and their beliefs and make that a contribution to what your decision would be.